So here's another short video with my thoughts on the JBL Pulse 4 after using it for roughly 7 to 8 weeks. So we have some positive, some negative, but nothing really crazy. To start off, I still want to brush over the fact that the design of this thing is just beautiful. This is an awesome design from JBL. Oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It truly helps me push out more content, and I very much appreciate it. Anyways, if you did watch my unboxing video, you might remember that I mentioned the fact that it's a pretty heavy speaker. In fact, it's heavier than the JBL Pulse 3, which is already fairly heavy. So it comes in at 2.8 pounds, and it's noticeably heavier than the Pulse 3. But either way, that's the weight, and clearly it hasn't changed. I figured I'd just bring it up just in case you're the type that carry things around, let's say in your backpack, things that are heavy. Just keep in mind that if you buy the speaker and you're already carrying something or things that are heavy and you add this on top, you are definitely going to feel the weight of this thing. I personally am used to, whipping it around anyways. At 2.8 pounds, I don't feel it that much anymore, but keep in mind it's heavy. The all-around plastic or acrylic body is holding on pretty tight. I've actually had it in my backpack and carried around, go to different places, or just laying it on the floor or on the carpet. So far, no scratches. But that doesn't mean much because this is still definitely prone to scratches and dents, just like the JBL Pulse 3. By now I've gotten used to the button placement. Connectivity is crazy fast and just solid. Even though it's Bluetooth 4.2, I've actually had it connected on my phone, and I was in one room and the speaker was in another room separated by 2 walls, and it was still playing. The fact that the charging port is USB Type-C is a definite plus, because I do have a few phones here that charge using USB-C. So I have quite a few charging cables laying all over the house, meaning I could charge it from anywhere in the house. Now, my gripe with JBL is that I still do not like Party Boost. I have a couple of these speakers and I'm unable to connect previous generation speakers simply because Party Boost came along. And my hope at this point is just that JBL comes up with some type of update or software update so that I'm able to connect Party Boost speakers to Connect Plus speakers. But I know I'm just dreaming. The audio jack is gone, of course, a little bit like it is the case with most new phones. So you can't even use an external audio source. So the Pulse 4 only has one 57mm transducer with the same amount of watt as the Pulse 3, which had 3. And that one transducer actually produces a booming and crisp sound. The battery has been consistent based off my normal type of use, so I get roughly about 10 hours to go from 100 to 0% of battery life, at least over the past few weeks. JBL does advertise about 12 hours of battery life, but clearly this is all subjective. One of my other issues is that when I have the volume at 100%, it doesn't seem to last that long. I'm getting roughly 4 hours, which is expected, of course, but for some reason I just feel like it dies way quicker than it should. Based off my testing, the Pulse 4 has a better sound when compared to the JBL Pulse 3. The highs are really clean, and the mids and the lows are even crispier. The bass hits pretty hard, and overall it's just louder than the previous Pulse. So here's my take on this speaker. If you're in the market for a $200 speaker that will give you amazing light show, JBL is actually the best in this particular segment. So if you don't care about connecting this to previous JBL speakers, or you're planning on only buying future JBL speakers, then this one is going to be the JBL speaker for you. Otherwise, your other choice is the Pulse 3, and that's my personal choice. I would advise for you to pick up this if you're planning on buying cheaper JBL speakers that run Connect Plus. This way you'll be able to save money and still open doors just in case you want to go ahead and buy an older speaker, cheaper price, and be able to connect that with the Pulse 3. That way you spend less money and still end up with a cool looking speaker. Anyways, that was just my take, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, of course, comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.